by taking the time to learn from my past and to learn what makes me happy. I began 2020 the happiest I've been in years. In the analysis of my life, I learned that I had to let go of particular behaviors that would hold me back from the growth I sought as a part of this 5-year plan. Specifically, I had to let go of fear of change, and I had to learn to commit. See, I have been guilty of that behavior of letting fear get in the way of my success. In other words, self-sabotage. I knew that if I continued to let fear overwhelm me, if I continued to self-sabotage, this journey I'm on could not be successful. Matter of fact, I would remain stagnant. I wouldn't grow. The second thing I learned by analyzing my music study, which is a very long portion of my life, is the importance of commitment. When I commit to a course of action, nothing gets in the way. And so I decided that I was going to complete these 5 years as planned, and nothing was going to stop that. Not even this pandemic. Actually, when the pandemic hit, I evaluated my goals at the end of March, and I wasn't sure. I was like, maybe I should put a pause on this. But then I went back and looked at what I'd written in my 5-year plan, and I remembered that I committed to following this path wherever it leads. And so no pandemic was going to get in the way of my growth, of whatever path I'm on. Life doesn't stop. There will always be things that get in the way. And this journey is about my personal growth. And this pandemic has definitely forced me to grow in ways I could not have expected. In committing to seeing these 5 years through, I had to decide to just go wherever life takes me. I realized that in not committing to this work, I was making a choice to remain stagnant. I was making excuses. I was allowing excuses to decide my life. And that's not okay with me. I had to just commit to the first step. Commit to prioritizing me. That's how I got started. I made a commitment to change. Change is taught, right? I knew from the beginning that this journey was going to require change. In assessing my life, I had already had some hints that I was going to have to make some changes. I knew that I had to decide that fear was not going to make me avoid change. I never go into anything blindly, right? If I can help it. I make plans, but this time I had to gather my courage and commit to change. And embracing change has definitely led me to this point. It's led me to a very happy place, to becoming the most stable I have been financially, to embracing fear and committing to this journey and being able to accept change. And you know what? In 3 years, change doesn't seem so scary anymore. Change seems necessary. It seems a natural part of growth in life. Fighting change, I find, is me letting fear block maturation or growth. The world around us is constantly changing, and it's important to have the ability to embrace that change. I'm not saying that my life had to change at all. It didn't have to, but I did have to consider the change. If you remember when I talked about why I started this journey and what it took, I said I wasn't sure whether my relationship could stay the same. I was committed to the discovery of whether it had to change, and if it did have to change, I was committed to making that change. These 3 behaviors are what make up the mindset that is necessary for this work. A very big part of personal growth is follow through. You have to embrace the mindset of staying on the path, making adjustments as necessary, but continuing on the course to experience a true transformation. To grow, you have to lay a solid foundation plant seeds and let those seeds grow. To grow, you have to lay a solid foundation, plant seeds, water those seeds, and allow those seeds to grow. This commitment is not only about laying the seeds, but following the path that leads to the transformation. It's a mindset focused on growth. When we're in the midst of struggle, we tend to just start new things. We tend to try to grab at whatever we can to make it through. It's easy to believe that anything can get you that quick money, can get you that quick job. People prey on us in the midst of struggle. And I think if I didn't cultivate this mindset of I'm going to focus on me and I'm going to push through no matter what, I think I could easily fall into those traps like everyone else. Instead, I committed to not knowing the outcome. I committed to working through the tough parts and not letting fear stop me. I committed to change. Constantly through this journey, I have to take stock of where I am and continue on the path to see where life takes me. Growth happens if you stick to a path and just let life progress little by little. You don't give up. And in the end, those little seeds become something big and beautiful. I'm still on this path. I'm still evaluating. I'm still executing no matter what. I spent time before I began learning about myself, putting this plan together. I spent time in that first year laying a solid foundation for growth. And I've committed to following wherever this path takes me. I am acknowledging the fear and embracing the inevitable change that's still to come. And I'm committed to being myself at all costs. I think Michelle Obama described it best. I am becoming. So I wanted to share this with you all because if anyone is thinking of taking this kind of journey, I wanted you to know what it's taken for me to continue on this journey. I have experienced lots of change and fear, but with this mindset, I just barrel through and take it as it goes. So in the comments below, definitely let me know your thoughts. I'd like to know. And next time I'm going to tell you and show you exactly how I worked on breaking myself down, like exactly. And so until then, be well, be safe, and find a bit of joy in every day. Bye.